Okay, today's lesson is on understanding ratios. How many of you have ever heard of the word ratio? Nobody? Well, ratios are going to feel to you similar to fractions, but they're not really a fraction. There are three different ways to write a ratio. You can write it with the word to, you can write it with a colon between it, or you can write it with a bar, just like a fraction. What are ratios and when are they equal? This is our question for the day. So a ratio is a comparison of things that are alike, or it could be things that are not alike. How are fractions and ratios similar and different? Well, fractions compare parts to the whole thing. Remember how when we look at a fraction, our top number is what they're asking and our bottom number is the total? Well, ratios are a little different because they can compare parts to parts. For example, we have a fruit salad here, which is filled with all of these things. How are equal ratios and equal fractions related? Well, actually, an equal ratio and an equal fraction is the same thing. If we're trying to make a ratio that's equal to 4/6, you guys know how to simplify and make equal fractions, so that's not going to be a problem for you. I'm going to need your attention, Brendan. So Todd's using a recipe to make fruit salad. He wants to know what is the ratio of cups of cantaloupe to cups of apples. So how many cups of cantaloupe does he have, America?
6.
How many cups of apples does he have?
4. Oh, sorry. 3.
Okay, so we can write this, or we could write it like this, or we could write it like this. All of those mean the exact same thing. Okay, with me so far? Pretty easy, right? Now, if we wanted to find a a ratio that's the same or equal to this, it's really the same as simplifying. Okay? Now, when you read this, you are not reading it 6/3 like you would read a fraction. You say 6/3. 6/3. That's how we say it. Now, is there a number we could divide both the top and the bottom by? What is it? Okay, we could. And then we would get on the top, on the bottom. So our simplified answer is 2:1. Not 2/1, 2:1. What would be the ratio of strawberries to peaches? Strawberries to peaches. What's the ratio? Kaden? 4:3. Or, we could write it like this. Could we simplify 4:3? No. Nope, that's not going to work. Okay, now I want to know the ratio of blueberries to strawberries. Cole? 2:4. Another way to write that is 2:4. Could we simplify that?
Yeah.
What would it be?
2. No, 1/2. No, 1 to 2.
Yeah, we can divide them both by 2, but we don't call that 1/2. We call it 1:2. Okay. Now moving on, what if I'm moving ahead here. Okay. What is the ratio of cups of peaches to all the cups in the fruit salad? So we're going to take peaches first, which is 3, to all the cups of fruit. So what are we going to do? Add them all up. 6 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3 is what, Darius? All of them. Total. All of them. Nope, because you're forgetting this guy. Yep, we have to take all of them. We can't eliminate this one. This has to be included. So it's what? 3 to 18. Can we simplify that? Divide them both by 3 and get what, Dathan? 1, 1 to 6. There we go. So total means add them all up so we know. All right, I'm going to pause for a sec. I'd like you to look at this picture, and I'd like you to tell me the ratio of circles to squares. Alexis, you're going to have to crawl up here, I bet, a little bit closer. The ratio of circles to squares. Natasha? 2 circles to 4 squares. You guys all agree? Yeah. Now, I'm going to rewrite this. Could we simplify that ratio? Could we reduce it? What would it be?
1 to 2.
No, we never read it as a fraction. We have to read it as a ratio. I'll give you another chance. Don't worry, Will. The next one, what is the ratio of triangles to circles? Sky? How many triangles? Count them again. Okay. How many circles? Okay, now, would it have been okay for me to write 2 to 6? No, because this word came first. So that's what we're counting first. Now, could this ratio be simplified, Will? What could you divide both the top and the bottom by? And what would you get? 3 to 1. That's right. Good job, Will. Way to redeem yourself, buddy. Next one. All shapes to squares. All shapes to squares. Emma? 12 to 4. Can that be reduced? Oh, who has the big mouth? Shocking. Dathan? 3 to 1. We divided both the top and the bottom by 4, 3 to 1. Circles to all shapes. Alan? Which is the same as this. Could we simplify that? Can you shut yours, please? You can answer my question. One to 6. He said he divided them both by 2. Okay, I would like for you to grab your iPad, and I would like you to write your first and your last name. Your full first and last name. You have 5 seconds to do this. Come on now. Now, I would like you to give me the ratio of vowels in those names to consonants. The ratio of vowels to consonants. Everybody will have a different answer for your own name. For your own name. Yes. Well, no, not simplified, please. This is mine. I just put marks by them because it would help me a little bit. Who wants to share their ratio? Now, I want you to tell me your initial ratio, and if you can simplify it, tell me that second. Natasha. Read me what your ratio is, please. 5 to 7. Can that be simplified? Cole? 4 to 5. Can that be simplified? No. Aiden?
6 to 7.
Can that be simplified?
No.
Not 6 to 7. Alexis? 6 to 6. Can that be simplified? To what? 3 to 3? But it can still be simplified. There was a number bigger than 3 you could have divided them both by. What's the biggest number that'll go into both 6 and 6? So it would have been to 1. 1 to 1. That's right. Sarah?
4 to 6.
4 to 6. Could that be simplified?
Yeah, 2 to 3.
That's right. America?
8 to 8.
And that would be simplified as 1 to 1. Last person, Kiara. 5 to 6. Can that be simplified? Good job, you guys. You're doing a nice job. Now, I would like you to clear your boards. And I'd like you to take a look at my first question. This table shows the number of CDs that were in somebody's music collection. I want you to look at these choices and tell me what is the ratio of rock CDs to jazz CDs. Not simplified. Rock CDs to jazz CDs. On your board, you could write A, B, C, or D, but don't let anybody see it. Sarah. Sarah says C. Everybody should have C. Rock to jazz. Now, bonus. Give me the simplified ratio of that same thing. So it's 30 to 22. Simplify it. Reduce it. We learned this a long time ago in 5th grade. What could we divide both of those by, Cole?
2.
Oh, I gotta see. I couldn't read it. Okay, and you would get?
15 to 11.
That's right. 15 to 11. I thought that said 1 stall. Yeah. I thought it was word. I thought it was letters and that. I know. Okay. All right, we are moving on to question number 2. Clear your board. Okay. Listen carefully. What is the ratio of carrot cake to the total desserts served? Can you see up here, Sky? Okay. I just want a ratio. You don't need to simplify it. I just need a ratio. Most of you probably did this in your head, but maybe some had to put a little work on your board. That's okay. Right off the bat, you should see that there are 2 answers that can't possibly be correct.
Yeah.
What 2 are they, Sam?
15 out of 12.
What letters are not possibly correct?
B.
And? That's right, because carrot cake comes first, and carrot cake is 12. So it can't be this one, and it can't be this one. It's got to be either A or C. Now, the question is, which one is it? Alan says it's A. How did you get 50, Alan? You add them all up, all of these right here. Now, this one you would have gotten if you only added up the pie and the ice cream. But when it says all or total desserts, that means all of them, including the one you're talking about. Okay, so you're right, it is A. Now, bonus point. Can you simplify or reduce 12 to 50? If you can, and you know it, raise your hand.